Marks, I'm King Ross, you're a Mark, and it's time for WWE Mark. Kicking things off with Michael Cole, as per usual on these WTF Moments videos, and the moment Michael said that Roman Reigns sent Braun Strowman packing out of WWE for 6 whole months with what he called a shattered elbow. Funny that, because as we can see, Roman Reigns is clearly attacking Braun Strowman's left elbow, but by the time Braun had got his big southern country strong arse into hospital, somehow the injury from his left elbow had travelled up his arm, across his tatty bojangles, down his right arm, and into his right hand elbow. Ting, fang, ba 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 ba. It's there, the picture's there. Right one was operated on, left one was attacked. What has happened there? I don't know. Look at this more Roman Reigns is a gay fish! There is absolutely no doubt about it. You marks out there cannot get your head around the scale of how big of a gay fish Roman Reigns is. Just to put it in some sort of perspective, he's a bigger gay fish than Finn Balor. You love it. Brian Kendrick watching a screen while talking to somebody watching him on a screen while we were sat at home watching it on screens. Screenception. A lot of screens there. A lot of screens there. There's absolutely one guarantee in this entire Screenception plot, though, and that is Brian Kendrick is the only man in the world who is watching his screen like that. Why did WWE force their wrestlers to watch television screens out of one eye? It's not comfortable, it's not practical, it's a load of Bit of a boring moment this. The Revival was spotted walking through the back of Sasha Banks' interview, a WTF moment, because Dash Wilder was supposed to be out for 8 long weeks, but he was back on TV in 5. Maybe that's why they're called the Revival, because they revive themselves quicker than they should. Next we move on to Alicia because I know I'm taking the piss out of Sasha Banks for being all alone and having nobody besides her, despite the fact that we all know that Sasha Banks is a happily married woman, as much as that kills every single heterosexual man in the world, and despite the fact that she has an on-screen best pal in Baby. Ooh. Bailey. Aye, she's got a husband and a best friend called Bailey, therefore she's not alone, making that a WTF moment from them. Good. Yep. Lovely, lovely, lovely. One of these signs from the Marks at Raw last night, thank you very much to the Marks, by the way, read that Plumpy was an inside job, and I'm sat there thinking to myself, how do they know the predictions we do are rigged? I'm sat there thinking to myself, how do you Marks out there seem to know that WhatCulture is a subsidiary of WWE, just like ECW was back in the day? That's right, we here at WhatCulture, we're on the payroll at WWE, which means that we get to find out all the results for the pay-per-views before the pay-per-views actually happen, which makes us able in turn to rig all the predictions. I mean, it's just incredible how anyone would know that and then put it on Raw in front of the world. I guess the cat's out the bag, lads. I can't wait to see that on Reddit later on. All the Marks will be frothing round the mouth at that huge scope. Booker T, I'm coming for you. They've done it again. I can't believe they've done it again. I know why they do it, but why would they think that I would copy Booker T's infamous promo from back in the day? I am not a racist. And neither's Booker T for that matter, but that's besides the point. What I was going to say was Nakatosh, which I've looked up on Google, and apparently it's just a funny word. It has no meaning. So Booker T, I'm coming for you Nakatosh. Booker came out with an outlandish claim on this week's WWE RAW, claiming that Dean Ambrose works better when he's a little hurt, and that just makes no sense up inside my membrane. Nobody works better at less than 100% than when they do than when they're firing on all cylinders. Booker T is talking out of his arse. It's like Booker's mouth and Booker's brain have a relationship like myself and Jack the Jobber here at WhatCulture.com. They know who they are, they're very familiar with each other, but they do not want to work together. Well, at least I don't want to work with him. Proving internet virgins, wrong moment of the week. First of all, what Elias Sampson did on WWE RAW is not a crossroads. It's very similar to a crossroads, but Cody goes that way, but Elias went that way. It's a rolling cutter, a rolling RKO, if you will. And since it's Cody Rhodes we're talking about, I should say that final bit of that sentence, if you will. because that's what his dad used to say all the time. Second of all, he's been doing that move for a while. There's a video on the YouTube of him doing it last year in NXT, so he wasn't just giving it last night, as many of you bastards tweeted me going, oh, they've given him Cody Rhodes' move. First of all, it's not Cody Rhodes. Second of all, he's been doing it for a while. Not that that matters, of course, but he's been doing it for a while nonetheless. Proving internet virgins, wrong moment of the week. Ah, Bals, he's coming back, isn't he? I'll bite his nose off. I do not understand how you can call Machine Gun Carl Anderson your boy Finn Balor's former best friend, not even 7 days after a documentary was aired on the WWE network where Anderson and Balor were shown FaceTiming each other and calling each other babe. You know how WWE love to call everything they have the WWE Universe? Well, I've looked at what the word universe actually means, and this is the definition I found. A universe consists of all existing matter and space considered as a whole, the cosmos. Even though these documentaries are done out of gimmick, so to speak, they are still shown on WWE's network. These are WWE's programming. All of the programming WWE puts on, in my humble opinion, should be consistent. If one thing is said on one show, it should follow on another show. One show shouldn't say one thing, and on another show, it should be something completely different. It doesn't make any sense because it's all in the WWE Universe. Does that make sense? It does make sense. I'm on toot. So what I'm saying is basically, if Carl Anderson and Finn Balor are calling each other babe and are clearly best pals on one show, they should be calling each other babe and should be best pals on another show, not former just because balls. What WWE should be doing, of course, just to make this easier for themselves, is to stick Anderson and Balor and Gallows in a little faction so they can be best friends all the time, because I know you marks out there fap to that kind of crap. Forget Jinder Mahal being WWE champion as an example of somebody, in your opinion, not mine, I think it's fantastic, as an opinion of someone being booked far higher than the talents deserve. Titus O'Neal is a booker now in WWE. Yes, as we saw, Titus O'Neal just rocked up, booked Kalisto versus Apollo Crews in a match that absolutely nobody wanted to see. Despite this fact, Titus was allowed to do so. I mean, why the hell not? There's absolutely no difference between Titus O'Neal and Kurt Angle. Get them side by side here, please, Editor Richard. As you can see here, there's no difference whatsoever, not one bit. Dun 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 dun. Corey Graves, my pal, you can take those supposed mind games of Bray Wyatt, turn them sideways and shove them straight up your Cadbury alley. Because when all's said and done, Kevin Dunn just simply hit the wrong button, didn't he? The silly bucktooth prick. Samoa Joe was supposed to enter, but Seth Rollins' music was played instead, and Kevin Dunn had bear egg blotted all over his face. Now, I like to think this is what happened at the Rumble in January. Samoa Joe was lined up, waiting in gorilla position, waiting to be coming out as the number 30 entrant. A big moment came for Kevin Dunn to hit the right button and play Samoa Joe's music, but no, he buggered that all up as well. He played Roman Reigns' music, and because the nature of the Rumble and the entrances are all about the Bear Poppington right at the start, as soon as you hear the first note of the entrance theme, Kevin couldn't go back and change it. Everyone was losing their crap because Roman Reigns, and because of the nature of the Rumble in the entrances, they had to go with Reigns as number 30. That's what I like to believe what happened in January, and that happened again last night on Raw. Kevin Dunn, back in January, just because, you know, we need to flesh this episode out a little bit, I think. This means one thing only. This means Bucky Beaver like sexy wank pheasants. Bucky Beaver like sexy wank pheasants. I want you marks to stand up and do this. And see how long you can hold it before it starts to hurt, because this is how every single WWE superstar, as was further proven here by Kurt Angle, watches television, and it's really bloody uncomfortable and it makes very little sense. Anyway, I've been King Ross, you've been a filthy mark, and I'll see you soon if my eyes don't freeze in this position when the wind changes.